Hi guys, welcome to What Grows Choi. Today I am going to make some potting for the slabs, the oven. I'm going to make some potting compost for me tomato and aubergine and everything else that goes in the polytunnel. So I'm going to make a specially made compost. It's my special ingredient. Whether it's going to make it any better or worse, I don't know. This is the first time I've done it, but hopefully it will all turn good. It's all natural products. So what you need is, first of all, which I've already prepared, is and I call this putting the S into soil, super into soil, steroids in soil, or whatever you want to call it. Is first of all, I have already some eggshell which I've pre-cooked in the barbecue. I'm just going to show you how I cook the eggshell before we continue. Eggshell. Well, I've got a load of eggshells here. They have already been pre-cooked in the oven. They were originally for my chickens, but I've got loads of leftovers. And you see, they're quite yellow, and they crumble quite easily. Now the idea is, when you cook it again, you cook away the organic matter. The membrane kind of wee little bit that peels off an egg, the wee little thin skin. Well, to cook that away, we keep cooking that until it's nearly black or in black. So I'm just going to dump that in there. That's that. What you could also put in there is, like, so you unpeel, so you're just throwing that in as well. And all I then do is put into a hot fire. Well, it's not quite hot yet, but it'll get there. So I'll just put that in here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll remove this bit. In there. I'll cook away nicely. Put a lid over it and stir it occasionally. Well, as you can see now, the pan is well and truly alight. Loads of heat there. Give it a quick stir now and then, just to give it a good mix, just to make sure it's evenly cooking. So this is what it looks like once it's done, nice and black, and the banana peel is like fried bacon. Yeah, well and truly cooked. Right, now back to the original movie. From last weekend, I've also got pre-cooked banana skins. I think it's about 2 or 3 bananas in there. The skin, that is, not the whole banana. And it's well it's well cooked. You can see it's black in colour. It's very crusty and all that kind of thing. So I've got the eggshell for calcium, banana for potassium, and this will prevent what's it called again? Flour end rot. So it's all the goodness in there. What also I've got is, which I've soaked for a few days and let it dry in, it's basically charcoal, wooden charcoal that is, which I've soaked in with EM1, which is effective microorganism. If you don't know how to make that, then refer back to my old videos, tells you how to make it. And basically what I do is give a scoosh of this into the charcoal, add double amount of water, natural rainwater, not the tap, because that's got chlorine and it could kill off the microorganisms. And then you soak it in there, let it absorb, and after a few days it'll dry in like so, and that activates your charcoal. So I've got that. I've got my compost, normal compost in there from Morrison's. I quite like them. You may want to use other cheap compost, whatever. And all I then do is mix it together. However, before I do that, I will crush up my eggshell and banana skin into a fine dust. Well, not fine dust, but into finer bits. So in there we go. What also I'm putting in is dry seaweed. I've had this seaweed in the cold frame and it's basically dried to a crisp. For the last few weeks there's been like exceptional warm hot weather and it's very dried in well, so what I'm going to do is bash these about as well into fine dust and mix it in with the compost. As you know, seaweed contains a lot of good nutrients, salts, magnesium and so forth, so what I'm going to do is find my bucket actually, because the tins are too small. So use my rubber bucket. So that's it here. And there it goes. There it goes. I'm just going to bash it up. So I'm going to continue this until it's all fine dust. Stay tuned. I've decided just to mash the rest of my seaweed until I'm at it. Now I'll put the rest into a container. Right, do some sieving, and this is what you get after a good 20 minutes beating. What I did was use a sieve out the smaller chunks and then keep on battering it until most were done basically. All I'm going to do now is just put this in a bag for other mixes, and to be honest I don't actually know how much you meant to put into mix into compost, so I'm just doing it by ad hoc. Just put in like a handful of seaweed with half a bag of compost, mixing the the eggshell and that into it. So that's that. What we'll do is again probably add a handful of eggshell and potassium into it. I'll put the rest, mix it in with the seaweed. Add in my charcoal, activated charcoal that is. So we're mixing the, sifting the compost. That's for generally new seedlings. Because these are well established plants, you need to do that. So it doesn't matter for lumps and all that kind of thing, just pour it all in. Good half bag. I can do with another bucket. Just like magic, there's one here. Right, just gonna do that. In here. Good way to mix it is just like do that. Lumps down a bit. We're just going to and fro. No mix. Just breaking up some of the clumpy compost. Now, I don't personally think I need it. However, it's like adding a pinch of salt to your cooking. add just a wee bit of this, which is fish bone and blood meal, or fish blood and bone meal. So, just a wee handful in there. And that, my friend, is well mixed. Time to pot my plants. Oh, I forgot as well, I've got these worm castings which is dried off a bit, as you can see. This will super boost this compost, guarantee you. Just potting up my red toro sweet pepper plant. I'm sure this is what it is by the looks of it, although I did mislabel all the plants. So that's growing quite well. And the other one doing this is the Centrino lemon tomato plant, using the special compost which is just made. Right, I am now going to plant some cucumbers. One I've sown in my earlier videos. Got a lot of flies in here. So it's a heirloom cucumber which the seeds were bought about 5-6 years ago from America, and they are growing quite well and quite tall. Quite a stringy cucumber plant, but I know last couple of days, i.e. 4 days ago, we had a very kind of mixed weather. It's been like 4 seasons in one day for the last couple of days. It's been cold at night, it's frosty, but looking at there, the weather forecast, it's to be above, at least above 4 degrees centigrade. So I'm hoping now the weather is now getting to warm up, and fingers crossed it's not going to freeze, because if it does drop to like 1 or below 1 degrees, the heirloom cucumber is just going to die. But I've decided just to plant it out because it's just getting a bit tall. I'll just show you now. So that's a heirloom cucumber. You can see it is quite a kind of stringy cucumber plant. So I just put it into this compost mix you saw me mixing earlier in the video. Put it in there, and what I'll do is I'll give it some more depth. Plant it quite deep, so I'm hoping roots will grow from there. And I'll give that a water. What I'll do is I'll get it to grow up this wee trellis, this wee rope I should say. So I'm just going to use one of these. It's great, you put rope through this this wee bit, the wee corner bit here, and it grips. It grips the rope, and you put obviously the vine or whatever into the round section just below. For me, I'll gauge it, so I want to like try and catch it about there, so that's where the first clip's going to be. So you just feed it through there just before you clip it in. Just do that, and these are totally reusable as well. And I'll put another one, once it grows up a bit I'll put another one there. I'm hoping these wee little things grabs, or finds the rope and grabs it later on. So for now that looks like that. Fantastico! What I'm going to do is I'm just pressing that just so when I water it, the water kind of gathers around this wee pool area and feeds the soil. Now the other one that I've sown that's at the same time is the Japanese one. That's it here. As you can see, it's more of a substantial root there. It's got already starting to flower in there, in here, and it's starting to like branch off. So what I want is, I do want maybe two, what do you call it, two vines to go up so it can flower. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take off these wee little flowers there, initial flowers, because these will, if these do develop, it's going to lie in the ground or lie on the pots. So I'm just going to take these off, just so the energy just pulls off like so. The energy goes towards the plants and further on. You see in there actually there's a, let's compare it, these are female flowers, sorry, these are male flowers as you can see, and you see in there there's a male flower in there. So again, I'll take this one off, I'll let it grow a bit taller before it develops its first fruit. And I'll let this one, you see size shoot there, I'll let this one grow and I'll take off any flowers. I'll wait till the plant's about a good foot off the ground first before letting the first fruit develop. It just sounds as if I know what I'm doing, but it's all kind of, I've grew these for a couple of times, so I do know how they grow, and the Japanese one grows quite well. It's all about growing experience, whereas the American heirloom, I've no idea how they grow, because I've been unsuccessful with them because of the winter we've had previously. So like I said, it's been growing for, I tried it 5 years ago and wasn't successful. This is the first time it's grown to that height, to be honest. So again, pressing it down, create a wee well, just so I can give the plant a good soak. So that one out. Certainly bucking it down now. There we go. And again, I'll use another twine. I'll let it grow there. Once it gets to there, I'll tie it up again. I'll show you, this is my atomic grape, and it's sprouting quite a bit of side shoots, so I'm just going to take them off just so I can get it to concentrate to grow upwards. You see this one is quite a small one compared to that one, that's quite a big size shoot. What I'm going to do is, I've never grown these before, and I believe you just like, all you need is one going up, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two shoots. So that's a stronger one, so I'm just going to take off the weaker one. I'm going to let this one develop. All these wee little side bits, if they were bigger, you could put it into water and it will root and you'll have multiple plants. But they are quite small, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. If I was to take this one off, I could, like this one here, as you can see, if I take this one off, I could plump it into some water and it will develop roots in 14 days. I'll leave it as it is. I'll just quickly show you this tomato plant. This is the lemon centrina tomato plant. Never grown this before, so it's the first time I've experienced this, but just see yourself there, just, I don't know if you can see it. Looks like a big massive flower. There's a side shoot coming out and there's a big massive flower there. There's wee flowers beside it. So it'll be interesting how it develops. It's a weird one, that. Can you see? Yeah. Oh well. Peppers behind it, they have started to, if we can zoom in, they've started to fruit as well. And just, you can see it. That's it there. EPP fruit. Yeah. Smashing. And a polytunnel is not a polytunnel without weeds. There's big, there's one of those big weeds. Need to yank it out. Well guys, thanks for watching What Goes Troy. That's another video done. I'm just going to sow some sweet peas just to replace the one I've got growing there. Not replace it, but just in case those ain't sweet peas. So I'll leave you with that and I'll catch you again. Stay safe everyone, bye for now. So let's plunk these in. Anyway, I'm just using a recycled bit of tray.